It's an interesting story. So I started dating my boyfriend. His name is Rabbi Michael Rothbaum. And I started dating him, and he lived in New York, and I lived in San Francisco. And I met him over the course of a production of Così fan tutte, one of the worst productions of my life. And then I went back to San Francisco. So um, I was very seriously in love with him, and I thought, well, you know what, he's a rabbi, so I should, like, go to a synagogue and figure out what this whole being a rabbi, being Jewish thing is about. And very much after the fashion of me being an autodidact, I just, like, I just decided to go one day to a synagogue. I walked into a congregation, Sha'ar Zahav, in San Francisco, which was the gay and lesbian synagogue. So I thought, okay, like, I'm just going to walk to a synagogue. I might as well go to a place where I feel like I'm welcomed, rather. Um, so that's where I went, and I just started going to services, and I really didn't have a complete idea of what was going on, and I had a lot of questions for Michael when I would call him every night, which I did at that point. It kind of guided my way. But really, the most defining moment for when I decided formally to convert was I was working for a retailer in Nyack, New York, and I asked for Yom Kippur off because at that point I'd been practicing for about 2 years, 2.5 years. I was very serious, completely serious. I had like decorated a sukkah the year before. I'd helped build it. You know, like cleaned out the house for Pesach. If you've ever cleaned out a house for Pesach, that's like serious stuff. So I was really serious. I really wanted to go to Yom Kippur services. It wasn't like a question, like it was what I was going to do. So I asked my boss, could I have Yom Kippur off? I need to go to services. And she said, absolutely not. And I said, why not? She said, because I need you to work here. And I said, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to be available. I'm not going to be available. I need to go to services. This Yom Kippur. It happens once a year. Like, I need to go. And she said, but Anthony, you're not even a Jew. And, like, I think my head exploded. I was like, but it was true. Like, I wasn't a Jew. And, like, the lamest thing, it was like, I said, like, well, I'm gonna be a Jew, you know? Like, I was just like, I'm gonna be a Jew? Like, shouldn't that be enough? Shouldn't it be enough to, like, let me go to Yom Kippur services? And she was just like, whatever. And she was like, I've had Jews who have worked for me on Yom Kippur. I don't know why this, like, why it's a problem. And I said, well, I feel sorry for them. I was just, like, on this, like, I feel sorry for them. Like, Jews working on Yom Kippur, they should be ashamed of themselves. I don't even know where that came from, but I was just, like, I was just going for it because by that point I was like angry. I had found somebody who could cover the day for me. Like I had done everything that I needed to do to go to services for Yom Kippur, and she just wasn't having it. So I went home and like I like threw myself on the bed and I like sobbed. I was the most miserable I think I'd ever been. And I said, you know what? I need to make sure that no one ever says to me, like, you're not even a Jew. I need to make sure that this is, like, the real deal. I need to become a Jew. If this is this important to me, I need to become a Jew. So, luckily, I lived about 4 or 5 blocks away from a shul that I attended occasionally, Congregation Sons of Israel in Nyack, and I called up the rabbi, and I said, I'm really serious about doing this. Can I just meet you every week and can we just do this? And he said, yeah. So I waited until the high holidays were over, during Cheshvan, and when there are no holidays, and I met up with him for every week, and soon after, I formally converted, and I was a Jew. And I was like, yeah. So now some random person can say, you're not even a Jew. Like, I did not want that to be the takeaway. Because I was very serious about it. But, I imagine, like, to the outside world, it didn't make any sense. I mean, here's this black guy, he's with a rabbi, but that doesn't mean you have to become a Jew, right? But I was very, very serious. There were very strong feelings that I possessed about being a Jew, about Judaism, about the practice of Judaism. And those had only grown stronger the longer that I did it. So it was very important for me to take a stand And I was helped in taking that stand by my partner, which isn't hard when your partner's a rabbi. And that's when I decided, like, I need to become a Jew. So that's how it happened.